Namaskar. Good morning to everyone. It is a true pleasure to me to be here with you today to talk about one of the most fundamental and fascinating cell salts, Natrum Phos, or more formally, sodium phosphate. In the world of biochemistry and homeopathy, we often refer to it as the tissue harmonizer or the acid neutralizer. These names perfectly capture its essence. Yes, it is the mineral that brings the balance to our body's internal environment. Our time together will cover what Natrum Phos is, how to identify a deficiency, how to use it effectively, and why a holistic approach is the key to a long-term health. Let us begin with a thought of provoking idea. The balance of life is not in what you have, but in what you manage to keep. This is a powerful concept and it perfectly encapsulates the role of Natrum Phos. It is not about the acidity we produce because that is a normal part of metabolism, but about how our body manages and neutralizes that acidity to prevent it from causing problems. This idea brings to mind an old proverb, all that glisters is not gold. Similarly, not all the digestive distress is caused by a lack of stomach acid as so many people assume. In fact, it is often due to an excess of it. And this is precisely where Natrum Phos truly shines. It is the key to restoring that lost balance. What is Natrum Phos? So, what is exactly Natrum Phos? It is a mineral salt found naturally in our body, playing a crucial role in maintaining our acid-base balance. Think of it as your body's personal cleanup crew for acidic waste. It is found in our blood, muscles, nerve cells, and brain. Its primary job is to regulate our body pH. When we consume food, our body breaks down, creating acidic byproducts like lactic acid. Natrum Phos is the essential mineral that converts this excess lactic acid into water and carbon dioxide, which can then be easily eliminated. Without enough of it, this metabolic process stalls, leading to a buildup of acidic waste throughout the body. Let us dive deeper into its key functions. First and most importantly, it is a metabolic regulator. It is absolutely essential for the proper breakdown of sugars, starches, and fats. Imagine our body is a factory. If the waste disposal system, the Natrum Phos, is not working properly, the entire assembly in the line slows down and entire waste products start piling up. This is what happens to our metabolism without it. Second, it acts as a powerful antacid. You know that feeling of heartburn or sore belching? That is excess acid. Natrum Phos neutralizes this acid in the stomach and intestine, providing the profound relief from indigestion and dyspepsia. It is not just a quick fix. It addresses the root cause of the acidity. Next, it is an enzyme activator. Digestive enzymes are tiny workers in our body that facilitate chemical reactions. Natrum Phos helps stimulate these enzymes, ensuring that our food is broken down properly and that we can absorb the nutrition we need. Think of it as the spark plug of our digestive fire. Finally, it has a gentle laxative effect. When the constipation is present, especially when it is associated with sore or acidic state, Natrum Phos gently stimulates our bowels and helps to move waste for elimination. Now that we understand what Natrum Phos does, the next logical question is, how do we know if our body needs aid? The answer is simple and consistent. The symptoms are almost always related to an acidic condition. The distinguishing feature that points specifically to Natrum Phos is that of the bodily discharges. The coatings and even the taste are characteristically sour, creamy, or a distant golden yellow. Imagine your body's pH balance is a scale. Why that scale tips too far towards acidity, these specific symptoms begin to appear, signaling a need for Natrum Phos to remove harmony. Let us break down some of the most common signs. First and most obviously, we see digestive symptoms. This is where Natrum Phos truly earns its reputation as the harmonizer of digestion. Heartburn and acid reflux, that fiery burning sensation that travels up to your chest, is a classic sign of excess stomach acid. Dyspepsia, this is the general term for indigestion, a feeling of discomfort to pain in the upper abdomen. Sore belching and eructation. If your burps have a distinctly sore taste or a smell, your body is literally telling you that it has too much of acid. Indigestion after rich or fatty foods. These foods are often harder to break down, and if your body's metabolic injection engine is not working optimally due to the lack of Natrum Phos, you feel it. The tongue coating. One of the most classic diagnostic signs is a thick, creamy, or even golden yellow film on the tongue, especially at the back. It is the physical manifestation of an acidic state in your digestive system. Moving beyond the gut, a deficiency can manifest on the skin. The skin is one of our body's largest organs of elimination, and our internal waste disposal system is backed up. The skin tries to pick up the slack. Eczema with a creamy or yellowish discharge. The consistency and the color of the discharge are the key clues. This type of eczema often flares up after consuming sugary or fatty foods. Acne. This is particularly common in teenagers and others who consume a lot of sugar and junk food. The high sugar intake leads to an overproduction of acid and the skin reacts with inflammation and breakout. Next, let us consider the joints. Natrum Phos deficiency can contribute to conditions like gout and rheumatism. Gout is a classic acidic condition caused by a buildup of uric acid crystals in the joints, most often in the big toe. Natrum Phos helps to neutralize this uric acid, making it easier for the body to excrete it. It is essentially cleaning the sludge out of our joints. Finally, a deficiency can have significant impact on our mental and emotional state. An individual needing Natrum Phos can be irritable, anxious, and melancholic. This is often a direct result of chronic digestive discomfort. This brings us to a powerful quote. The stomach is the second brain. This is not just a saying, it is a scientific reality. The gut brain axis is the real phenomenon where the wealth of our gut profoundly influences our mental state. When our gut is in distress, our mood often follows suit. Natrum Phos helps us calm the gut, which can in turn help to calm the mind. A sore stomach can lead to a sore mood, and balancing one can balance the other. Let us look at a quick case study to put all this together. Imagine a patient who comes to you with chronic heartburn and creamy yellow tongue coating. They also complain of a sharp pain in their big toe, which gets worse after eating a rich celebratory meal. They have a strong craving for sweets and starches. This is perfect text picture of Natrum Phos deficiency. The symptoms are all linked by a central theme of acidity and imbalance. The key takes away here is to look for the patterns. It is not just like one symptom, but the constellation of symptoms that points us to the right remedy. Look for the sore, look for the creamy, and look for the connections to diet, practical applications and dosages. Now that we have a solid understanding of what Natrum Phos is and how to recognize a deficiency, let us turn our attention to the most practical aspect. How do we use it in practice and daily life? The key to any effective remedy is proper application and dosage. The most common effective biochemic potency for Natrum Phos is 6x. The potency is safe and gentle way to replenish the body's mineral stores and correct imbalances. The dosages depend on what you are dealing with, a sudden, acute, or a long-standing chronic condition. In acute condition, think of a sudden bout of indigestion, a flare of heartburn, and sore belching after a specific meal. In these cases, you will take 1 to 2 tablets 15 to 30 minutes until the symptoms improve. The frequent small doses help the body quickly and correct the acute imbalance. Chronic conditions. For tissues like chronic acid reflux, persistent joint pain, or recurrent skin issues, the approach is different. You would like to take 1 or 2 tablets 3 times a day. This consistent daily intake helps the body gradually restore the balance and heal over the time. For maximum absorption, it is best to let the tablets dissolve under the tongue. This allows the remedy to enter the bloodstream directly, bypassing all the digestive system and ensuring a faster and more efficient response. Natrum Phos is not just for acute problems. Our modern diet, which is often high in processed foods, sugar, and unhealthy fats, creates a constant state of mild acidity in many people. Regular preventive use of Natrum Phos can help stop this build-up of acidity before ever it leads to a full-blown health issue. It is much easier to maintain health than to fight to regain it. Next, the holistic picture and the final thoughts. As we are near the end of the lecture, I want to emphasize a crucial point. Natrum Phos is a powerful tool, but it is not a magic bullet. For truly lasting health, we must also address the root cause of the problem, our diet and lifestyle. Relying solely on a remedy without making healthy choices is like trying to fill a bucket with a hole in the bottom. You will never be had. To achieve long-term harmony, we must become conscious changes. We need to reduce our intake of sugary foods, processed carbohydrates, and excessive dairy as they are primary culprits creating an acidic internal environment. And we need to increase our consumption that alcoholic rich foods like fatty greens, fresh fruits, vegetables. These foods naturally help the body maintain in proper pH balance. This approach aligns a beautiful quote. Nature does not hurry, yet everything is accomplished. Healing is a process, not a single event. Natrum Phos works gently and slowly restores the balance. It is not about instant relief, but building a foundation for a long-term health and harmony. Next, let us consider the joints. A Natrum Phos deficiency can contribute to the conditions like gout and rheumatism. Gout is a classic acidity condition caused by a buildup of uric acid crystals in the joints, most often in the big toe. Natrum Phos helps to neutralize this uric acid, making it easier for the body to excrete it. It is essentially cleaning up the sludge out of our joints. Finally, a deficiency can have significant impact in our mental and emotional state. An individual needing Natrum Phos is irritable, anxious, and melancholic. This is often a direct result of the chronic digestive discomfort. This brings us a powerful quote. Stomach is the richest is the Stomach is the second brain. This is not a saying, it is a scientific reality. The gut brain axis is a real phenomenon where the health of our gut profoundly influences the mental state. When our gut is in distress, our mood often follows suit. Let us look at a case study put all together. Imagine a patient who comes to you with chronic heartburn and creamy yellow tongue coating. This also complain of a sharp pain in the big toe, which gets worse after eating rich celebratory meal. They have a strong craving for sweets and starches. This is a perfect textbook picture of Natrum Phos deficiency. The symptoms are linked by a central theme of acidity and imbalance. The key takeaway here is to look for the patterns. It is not just one symptom, but a constellation of symptoms that points us to the right remedy. Look for the soul, look for the creamy, and look for the connections to diet. Practical applications and dosages. Now that we have a solid understanding of what Natrum Phos is and how to recognize a deficiency, let us turn our attention to the most practical aspect. How do we use it to our practice and help? It depends upon the most common and effective biochemic potency for Natrum Phos is 6. The potency is a safe and gentle way to replenish the body's mineral stores and correct imbalances. The dosage depends on what you are dealing with, a sudden acute issue or a long standing chronic condition. For acute conditions, think of a sudden bout of indigestion, a flare-up of heartburn or sore belching after a specific meal. In these cases, you would take one or two tablets every 15 to 30 minutes until the symptoms improve. The frequent small dosages will quick, help the body quickly correct the accurate imbalance. For, for the chronic conditions, for the issues like chronic acid reflux, persistent joint pain, or recurrent skin issues, the approach is different. You should take one or two tablets 3 times a day. This consistent daily intake helps us the body gradually restore the balance and heal over time. This reminds me of a timeless power. He who has health has hope, and he has hope has everything. When our digestive system is in balance, our entire body feels better. We have the energy, mental clarity, and have to pursue our goals and live like a full life. A healthy body is the ultimate foundation for success. In short, Natrum Phos is the harmonizer. It brings us to the chaos. It brings the order to the chaotic world of digestion, neutralizing the acidic excesses that cause too much of comfort. It tells us just to digest food, but to digest food, in short, Natrum Phos is the harmonizer. It brings order to the chaotic world of digestion, neutralizing the acidic excesses that cause so much of discomfort. It helps us not to just to digest food, but to digest life itself most smoothly. It is an unsung hero that keeps our internal systems clean, balanced, and ready for whatever life throws our way. Thank you all so much for your time and your attention today. I hope this lecture has given you a deeper appreciation of this remarkable cell salt. It is truly a cornerstone of the biochemic machine that powerfully in all the pursuit of holistic health. Thank you all. Namaskar.